So here's the thing nobody talking about honestly. Google just absolutely destroyed 61% of organic traffic for website in certain niches. And if you are facing right now, watching video after the video, trying to find the secret fix, I need you to take the breath off because I am going to show you something different. I am not here to sell you panic. I am not here to pitch of some miracle of SEO course that will save your business. I am here to share what I am actually doing right now. The studies that may working, the mistake I am avoiding, and why this might actually the best thing that ever helped to your content strategy. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you are going to have a clear framework that you can start implementing today. No fluff, just real talk from someone who has been building in this space of 3 years and he's seen those algorithms at works before. Hey, I am Bishajit Rai. Most people know me as a CPA Bishajit. I am a founder of Actionable Marketing and I have been deep in SEO and digital marketing techniques since December 2021. Now I am not some 20 years of veteran guru. I am definitely not going to print it. I have all the answers. I am 22, currently juggling my second year studying economics at National University in Bangladesh. And I running a digital marketing business. But here's what I have. 3 years of testing, failing, adapting and actually seeing what works when Google decide to flip the table. And trust me, they have flipped it before. The 61% drop, it's not first time Google has shaken thing up. And it would not be the last. But here's what I have been learned. The people who survive those changes are not ones with the most traffic. They are the ones who understand what Google is actually trying to do. So let's break it down first. Let's talk about what's actually happening. What you can see headlines screaming 61% traffic drop, your brain immediately goes into worst case scenario, right? My business is done. SEO is dead. I need to prove it immediately. But here's the truth. Google don't kill organic traffic to hunt you. They killed low quality AI spammed then content traffic that was closing up their search results. Let me paint off a picture. In the last year alone, the internet goes flopped with AI-generated content. Everybody and their cousin discovered ChatGPT and started prompting out of 50 blogs posts a day. Google search results become a wasteland of generic, recycled information that don't actually help anyone. So, what did Google do? They released several core updates and helpful content updates, and the spam update and others, especially designed to reward content that demonstrate genuine experience, expertise, and value. And here's the thing, tricker. If you have been building content the right way with real insight, personal experience, and actual value, you might have actually gained it traffic during those updates. Now I am going to sit here and pretend I have not been affected. So some of my content took hits, but the content that survived and thrived. That told me everything I need to know about where to focus on my energy moving forward. Let me tell you a quick story that completely changed how I think about those algorithm changes. Back in 2018 or 19, before I ever touched digital marketing, I spent about a year working as a local mechanic shop in my area. I was not that hard mechanic. I was the kid kind learning, watching, handling tools, and trying to fix things myself. One day, a customer bought in a car that would not start. The owner, my boss, could have just started replacing parts randomly. New battery, new starter, new alternator. Eventually something would work, right? But that's expensive, time consuming, and honestly pretty dumb. Instead, he taught me systematic diagnosis, check the battery voltage first, test starter connection, listen to the engine, look for the root case, not just symptoms. And that's exactly what Google's algorithm changes are. Symptoms pointing to a root case, and the root case is not Google hates SEO, it's Google wants to suffer content that actually help the real people solve real problems. So instead of panicking and replacing every part of your strategy, let's diagnose what actually broken and what's working perfectly fine. Alright, so here's my 4-part framework for adapting to this new reality. I call it the E.A.R.N framework. Experience, authority, relevance, and nurture. 1. Experience. This is the big on. Google algorithms now heavily prioritize content that dominate first-hand experience. Not just here are 10 tips I found on their other website, but here's what I learned. Actually, I did. Here's what happened and here's what I learned. Let me give you the real examples from my own businesses. I used to write generic how to do affiliate marketing content, the kind of you could find on 10,000 other websites. My website was okay but nothing special. Then I started writing about my actual journey. I projected launched called World Winner CPA in 2023 that completely failed. The lesson from the failure, specific strategies I tested afterward that actually worked. That content is still ranking, still generating traffic, and most importantly, people actually engage with it. They comment, they share, they come back. Action step. Go through your existing content, ask yourself, could someone else write this exact same article without my personal experience? If yes, it's a risk. Update it with your actual stories, results, and insights. 2. Authority. Authority is not about being perfect. It's about being creable within your specific niche. When I started creating content, I tried to be everything to everyone. Big mistake. Now, I am focused on affiliate marketing, SEO, and helping people build online businesses, especially from the perspective to someone who is a few steps ahead and willing to share the real journey. I am not claiming to be millionaire guru. I am not showing you fake screenshot of earnings. I am showing you what actually works within you starting from zero. Making mistake, you figure out it step by step. Google can detect the authenticity now. Their algorithm looks at things like author profiles, consistency of voice, and whatever you content assigned with the state experience. Action step: pick your learn, narrow your focus, build content that dominates your specific expertise. Even if the expertise I am learning those right now, and here's what working. 3. Relevance. Here's something most people miss. Google does not just want helpful content, they want content that matches user intent. What does that mean? If someone searching best running shoes for beginners, they don't want a 5,000 word history of running shoes technology. They want a clear, actionable list with recommendations that can be buy today. I learned this the hard way. I hate this very fully researched article about CPA marketing. Super comprehensive tons of information, but it's not ranking because it don't match what people were actually searching for. They wanted quick, actionable step. I was giving them a textbook, so I restructured it, same information, but formatted mass search intent. Traffic jump 40% in 3 weeks. Action step: for each piece of content, ask what does someone searching this actually want to do after reading. Then structure your content to give them the outcome as quick and clear as possible. 4. Nurture. This is the part of nobody tells about, but the critical content needs to be nurture a relationship and not just provide information. Remember, when I monitored that 61% traffic drop, here's the dirty secret. If you are only relying on Google traffic, you are building your business on rented land. Google can change the rules anytime. So what I am actually doing to adapt. I am building own platforms that YouTube channel is on, my email list is another, even my personas on LinkedIn within a specific communities. Those are places where I control the connection within my audience. When Google shapes the algorithm, my email subscribers still get my content. My YouTube audience still sees my videos. I am not solely dependent on search traffic anymore. Action step. For every piece of content you create, include a way for people the content with your outside of Google. Email sign up, YouTube subscription, community join, whatever fits your style. Build your own audience. Now let me be brutally honest with you about something. This is not a fix it working solution. When I first saw some of my content drop in rankings after Google updates, my initial experiment was panic mode. I wanted to rewrite everything immediately. That's my entire strategy overnight. But here's what I learned from my World Winner CPA failure. Teen junk reactions really led to good discussions. Instead of I took a week to just analyze which content got hit, what did that content have in common, which content actually improved, what made it different, and what I found was that my best performing content, the stuff that survived every algorithm changes, hit on thing in common. I was content actually create about content where I started real experience, real failures, real wins. The generic stuff I write thus to rank for a keyword, dead. The authentic stuff, thriving. So my actual adoption strategy is not some complex technical issue hack. It's a spoiler that then that double down on authenticity, triple down on value, and stop trying to game the system. Here's what I learned, what you to take away from this. Google's algorithm changes are not out to get you. They are pushing you toward what you should have been doing all along, creating genuinely helpful content that comes from real experience. More work? Yeah, absolutely. You can't just spend out 50 AI articles in a day anymore and expect them to rank, but it's a more sustainable. Also, yes, because once you build a content that's foundation of experience and authority, it's a much harder. The algorithm changes to be knock you down. So here's the you homework. Pick on a piece of content you have been created. Something that maybe took a hit recently or just is not performing how you are like. So through the E.A.R.N framework and your personal experience, establish your authority in that specific area. Make sure that relevant to user instead of including the way to nurture a relationship. Be buoyant just that own article. Then let me know in the comments what you change and what results you see. I am genuinely curious because we are all figuring this out together. And if this video helpful, see those algorithm changes differently, not as a distractor, but as an opportunity to build better content. Hit the like button and subscribe. I put out a new video every week on digital marketing, SEO, and building online businesses that honest way. I am Vishwajit Rai, founder of Maximum Marketing, and I'll see you in the next hour. Don't panic, just adapt. Thanks for watching. Bye.